things that only one player in baseball history has ever done. Back in the day, for like over 100 years in Major League Baseball, players pretty much had one job. You were either a pitcher, throwing heat from the mound, or you were a hitter, trying to smack baseballs out of the park. Think of Babe Ruth, he was an amazing pitcher early on, but then he became the legendary home run king, mostly just focusing on hitting. It was just how baseball worked. Specialization was key. But then, in 2021, this guy from Japan, Shohei Otani, stepped onto the scene and prepared to shatter a century of baseball tradition. You see, Otani was having an absolutely mind-blowing season with the Los Angeles Angels. On the mound, he wasn't just good, he was a legit ace, throwing fastballs that clocked over 100 miles per hour and baffling hitters with a splitter that seemed to disappear. And when he stepped into the batter's box, he was a total beast, leading the entire league in home runs for a big chunk of the season. He ended up with 46 homers, 100 RBIs, and even stole 26 bases. It was unlike anything anyone had seen in generations. So, as the All-Star Game approached, a historic question loomed. Could one man actually break the mold and do the impossible in baseball's Midsummer Classic? The thing is, it was a massive deal because no player in the history of baseball had ever been selected to the All-Star Game as both a pitcher and a position player. The fans went wild for him, voting him in as the American League's starting designated hitter. But it didn't stop there. The players and coaches, the guys who really know baseball talent, also voted him onto the All-Star team as a pitcher. He was literally listed twice on the roster, but this unprecedented situation threw Major League Baseball into a spin, since the existing rules simply weren't built for a talent like Otani. As it turns out, there was a specific rule in the book, Rule 5.11a, that basically said if a team's starting pitcher was also in the batting lineup, the team would lose their designated hitter for the rest of the game. This was a huge hurdle for letting Otani showcase both his incredible skills. But for the All-Star Game, Major League Baseball, right up to the commissioner, basically said, this is too historic, we have to let him do this. So they made a special, one-time adjustment to the rules just for him. This allowed Otani to start the game as the pitcher, throwing to some of the National League's biggest stars, and then stay in the game as the designated hitter to take his at-bats, and made a similar rule that was permanent that following year.